We're in Springfield, Massachusetts, in the back of the St. Michael the Archangel Cathedral. And we're going to have a stop here pointing out what is here and what used to be here. So if we're seeing the back of this beautiful cathedral, it's formed in a Romanesque style. It's very beautiful in back. It's, remember, the cathedral is the home church for the bishop of the diocese that they serve. So this is the Springfield Diocese Cathedral. And it's very large in back. In the back, also in the basement, is a crypt for the first three bishops. And what used to be back here is incredible, because there used to be three more buildings back in this. There was no parking lot. You don't need parking back in 1860 when this church was made. There were three more buildings back here, and what they were for the nuns. Remember, the Sister St. Joseph were back here, and they ran their whole operation from back here. And so their convent was back here, their novitiate was back here, and their normal school was back here. Well, what that means, the convent is where the nuns of Sister St. Joseph would live. This was their main base. They had other convents around the greater Springfield area, but this one was for the real home base of them. Now, they had a novitiate here. A novitiate is where the rookie nuns get that 1 year of training before they go off to college. So when they're 18 to 19 years old, they're trained how to be a nun, how to serve in that order, and how to, some of the basic principles to follow along. And it used to be back here. Remember, this is the home base of Sister St. Joseph, besides being the cathedral itself. Now, also, the last building was to the right, it's not there anymore, but what was there was a normal school. A normal school means a college which trains only teachers. So it has all the academic subjects, but it also has the educational classes that you need. And so all three in a row would have been back here. They would have been back here since the 1880s. Now they're gone, obviously, which is very sad. So what you see now is a parish hall, but you also see the start of the Springfield museums, which are many, a very large museum. All right, now from this position, we get to see the first of two of the chancellery. The chancellery is where the bishop lives and where the Springfield Diocese operates out of. And they're both yellow Victorian buildings. They're gorgeous. And when you go up to them, they're made in the same look and they're connected together. So we'll have a stop there so you can see that happen. Now across the street from that is a Catholic school. It's not anymore. It's built in 1919. It was built by Father Bevan, and he wanted a complete campus, and he got one here, so he built up a grammar school and a high school in this location. And when I figure how long it lasted as such, I'll put it on my webpage with this whole story. But now, across the street from the parking lot, still on Elliott Street, is what is called the Technical High School, the Springfield Technical High School. It's a very large building built in 1905, and it served the community of Springfield as a public school for a very long time. The schools in Springfield are named after their function. So you have commerce, technical, classical, so forth. And it describes what they're going to do. It's a very nicely made building, and it's still in great shape. All right, now as you look upwards, there's a couple of homes there. That one's a law office now. It's a neoclassical look to it. And then there's a modern courthouse. But the last thing we want to look at really is up at the top edge, because when you have a church going to be a cathedral, that means you need two homes. You need a home for the bishop and a home for all the priests that serve the church, because a cathedral does two roles. It's the home for the bishop to have a special mass once a week and special events, but it's also a place where people go to Catholic mass. And so the priest would live in there. That would be the St. Michael's rectory. And that's different from a chancellery, because that would be where the bishop lives himself. Now, right between there, you can also see another school, and I believe that's commerce? Classical. Okay. And so that's the end of our view from the back of St. Michael's. You can see how grand it looks from here and how many important buildings. In this area, Springfield, every block you go to is an incredible amount of items. And so it's great that you'll be able to figure out what you're looking at. So thank you for this start.